Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. But if you're a first timer and this is your first time visiting this channel, a very big special welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining. Please ensure to subscribe. Jumping right if you haven't done this video. My name is Praise, as you all know. On today's video, it's a very special day for me. It happens to be a very special day, and that is because today is my birthday. Today being the 2nd of November is actually my birthday. It's a day that I hold in high esteem because I'm extremely grateful to God, because I realize that one of the greatest blessings is the gift of life. So I'm extremely grateful and happy that I've seen another year. So it's a very special day to me. So on today's video, I'll just basically be talking about 3 powerful lessons I've learned just existing in life over the years. I've learned a lot of lessons, but I think these 3 lessons stand out for me. So today I'll be talking about 3 powerful lessons I've learned just by existing in life. I think although I'm not really old, or my years are not really ancient or up to 100 or so, but the few years I've spent on earth is enough for me to learn a lot. I've learned so much from experience. So I'm just going to be talking about 3 powerful lessons I've learned so far on earth. So I'll just be talking about 3 today. Let us jump right from number 3. The third most powerful lesson I've learned in life so far, just by existing through experience that I've learned, is that hard work supersedes skill or talent. This particular lesson is something that I've seen played over and over again. I don't know how many of us, maybe in school or place of work or something, you see people and you're like, I know I'm more talented than this guy or this lady. I know I can do this stuff more than they do, but somehow you just see them excelling far more than you because they work harder than you. You just see them achieving greater results than you. And even in school, you might see someone you know deep within you that you are more intelligent than this person, but they have better grades than you. And because they put in more hard work, they work very hard more than you. So although you can be extremely skillful, but if you put in less work, that person who is more hardworking than you will have better results than you, because hard work supersedes skill. Even scriptures attest to that fact. It says, "Seest thou a man who is diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings and not before men." So scriptures did not say, see a man who is skillful, who is talented. It said a man who is diligent. So this is a powerful lesson I've learned, and it's that hard work, diligence supersedes talent or skill. So that is number 3. The second powerful lesson I've learned is that in life, that the most important thing in life is living a life of purpose. I've seen people who, I don't know if many of us have seen people who are extremely wealthy or have everything around them, that you will think that this particular fellow should be happy, this particular fellow have it all figured out. But somehow you see such people going through depression, going through a lot of suicidal tendencies and all of that. And that is because the number one thing that gives life meaning, one of the greatest things, that gives life meaning, is purpose. Purpose helps you have a very coordinated life. Your life has a sense of direction when you live a purposeful life. So when you live a life that you have a vision, you know where you're headed, where you're going to, it gives your life meaning. I've compared my life when I lived a life that didn't have purpose, didn't have direction, versus when my life had purpose, direction, and the difference is so enormous. My life has so much meaning, has so much understand, so much direction when it was lived with purpose than when it wasn't lived without purpose. Without purpose, your life will just be empty. You will live your life of pleasure. You just do things because you feel like doing it, when you feel like doing it, and you can't have any sustainable results or something meaningful because you don't know where you're headed. So the second powerful lesson I've learned is that to have a life of meaning is to live a life purpose. That is the second most powerful lesson I've learned existing on earth. Now, number 1, the most powerful lesson I've learned existing on earth is that God is the greatest. There is nothing above him. Like, the first and foremost most important thing in life is God. I don't know about you, but I've seen someone who is at point their deathbed, who is in at the point of transiting. And at that moment, when you see a man or a woman who is at that point, you will realize the emptiness of everything here on earth. You will realize how empty everything here on earth, because at that point you will realize how worthless physical things are, how worthless mundane things that we see around us, things that we are literally killing ourselves over, trying to get by force. You see how worthless those things are. The number one and most important thing in life is God. And I don't want this video to get too elongated. These are the 3 powerful lessons I've learned in life so far. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for listening. I trust you are blessed, and God bless.